Yo, what is up guys? It's Pedro here, and in today's video I will be going over 5 players that balled out in the Washington Commanders Week 1 win against the Jacksonville Jaguars. So if you guys are new, make sure to subscribe for Washington and NFL content. Also with that like button and turn on those notifications because it really does help out the channel. So of course it feels good to wake up on Victory Monday. Super happy about that win, and there was a lot of players, especially on offense, that played really well. So we're going to go over those players, but of course there's going to be some guys that played well but don't make the list. So I want to go over some honorable mentions before we start. And I'm not able to show many plays today because a lot of them are copyrighted, but I'll try next week to be able to show. So one guy that is going to be an honorable mention is Terry McLaurin, who had 2 catches, 58 yards, and a clutch 49-yard touchdown at the end of the game. He played again, he only got 2 catches, but one of them was an important, I can't remember what it was. It was probably a 3rd down conversion or 2nd down. He made a really nice play, was able to get 8-ish yards, whatever it was, 9 yards, and made a really nice, I think it was like a spin move or a juke, and got that, first down, which was great. And then of course the 49-yard touchdown catch. And he just wasn't that involved today or yesterday in the offense. I think that's something they can try to do a little bit more, but also he is getting more attention than the other receivers, which, helps out Jahan and Curtis and everyone else. So, shout out, honorable mention to Terry. Played really, well today, or yes, I keep saying today, yesterday, and was a huge contributor in the win. And another one is going to be Carson Wentz, and I know a lot of people want me to put him in the top 5, and I think he played pretty well. It's just I think these other guys just played a little bit better, contributed more to the win. I think Carson Wentz really close. Like if I just went through and gave game balls, Carson Wentz would 100% be on the game ball list. Even though he did throw 2 interceptions, he had 4 touchdowns, and he responded really well after those 2 interceptions. Came back, got in a scoring drive with with that Terry touchdown and the Jahan Dotson touchdown at the end. He was a key contributor to the win. Played really well in the first half, terrible in the third quarter, and amazing in the last 2 drives. So overall, I would give him a B plus performance, just because those 2 turnovers. But he was a key contributor, so I wanted to give him an honorable mention. I just think these other guys had better performances at their respective positions. So, and then maybe another honorable mention to Jonathan Allen. He had a good game as well. So let's start off with Derek Force. Derek Force played a heck of a game. Played really well for the Commanders, filling in for Cameron Curl. Had 5 tackles, 4 solo tackles, 2 pass breakups, and had an interception. You look at this right here, forced a fumble as well. That nasty hit on Travis Etienne, which almost could have, the Jaguars on that, Commanders defense got lucky a lot of the night, or a lot of the game, but where the Jaguars kind of got lucky is that the fumble bounced right out of bounds. If it just bounced straight instead of a little bit to the left, that could have been a touchdown for the Commanders. He was everywhere, and 91.5 grade from PFF, which is the highest on the Commanders yesterday. He was everywhere. Even when he got beat a couple times, his tackling was great. He would tackle the guy right after getting beat. I think he only allowed a couple completions on him. He had the forced fumble. He broke up a pass in the end zone on I think it was a 3rd or 4th and goal. Something like that. It was in the red zone. It was at the end of the first half, I believe. He also, broke up a 2-point conversion as well. Just overall, he had a really good game for the Commanders, and I think this allows you a lot more versatility on the defense once Cameron Curl comes back. You can put him at strong safety and Cam Curl at Buffalo nickel. You can put Cam Curl at strong safety and Derek Force at Buffalo nickel. You can mix up a little bit, have Cam Curl as a primary strong safety and Derek Force as a Buffalo nickel, but maybe 5 to 10 plays a game, put Force back there at strong safety. He was their best defender, in my opinion. Him and another guy that we're going to get into a little bit later. But he had a very good game, and I'm excited to see what he can do the rest of the season. I think he can be a key contributor on this defense for sure. So next guy on this list is Duron Payne. So that's the other guy on the defense that played really well. PFF seems to like, they always give him bad ratings, and you got to take PFF with a grain of salt. Here are the highest rated players: Payne, Gibson, and Forrest with a 91.5. But I think Duron Payne played better than like a 76 grade, which is still good. But he was, like Rant Burgundy right here says, the dude was everywhere. Let's go through his stats real quick. But he had 3 total tackles, 2 solo tackles, a sack, a tackle for a loss. Like, he batted down 2 passes, also had 3 QB hits. Him and Derek Forrest were the 2 best defenders on the team. And again, PFF just, they don't like him for some reason. They don't like him for some reason, even though he's dominant, getting pressures, QB hits, batting passes down, and got a sack as well. He's, with Fedarian Mathis out, which I don't know if I'm going to make a separate video on, but he's out for the year with a, torn meniscus, which is unfortunate. D-line depth is not good. It's awful. It's actually just terrible. You just have like Efe Obada, who's more of an edge rusher, and Daniel Wise. They're going to have to sign, I'm not going to be content if they just sign or promote some guys from the practice squad. Like, you have to sign a veteran, whether it's Starlu Tulele and Ndamukong Suh. You have to sign someone. I'll get into that a little bit more later. I don't want to be too negative in this video because this is a positive video. But Duron Payne played well. He's in a contract year. He's trying to get paid. Could be by us. Could be by someone else. But he's hungry. You could tell he was locked in when they zoomed in on him in the first quarter. He is locked in. He's trying to get paid, and so far he's on the right track. So next guy is Jahan Dotson, and I had to put Jahan on this list. Just his first game, he has 3 catches, 40 yards, 2 touchdowns, and the 2 touchdowns were clutch. Especially this last one he had was the game-winning touchdown. And also, you look at the 3 for 40, which is solid, but he should have had the first play of the game for the offense. Carson Wentz missed him bad. That would have been 20-plus yards. And then I saw another play. I can't remember when it was, but he was open. Would have been like a 70-yard touchdown. But I think Wentz overthrew Terry on that play. But there was more opportunities for him to ball out, but he still played really well. His route running is really good, and his hands are great. That's just he has super soft hands. Both touchdowns were nice catches. The last one was an amazing catch. Like, you could argue that there was a little bit of PI on that play. The DB wasn't looking at the ball, and there was a little bit of contact, but Dotson's able to make the catch. And that was great. 2 touchdown catches. I think he's going to have a ton this year. Could get up to 10. And I saw a tweet today saying he now is the betting favorite, odds-on favorite to win Rookie of the Year, Offensive Rookie of the Year. So it's early, but Jahan Dotson is as good as advertised in this offseason. So hopefully he continues to ball out, and hopefully they can give him a little bit more targets, than last game, which was maybe 5 targets. Let's see. Just trying to go up here. And he had 5 targets, and one of them was a big miss by Wentz, and I can't remember the other one, but he had a very, very good day for the Commanders. Next guy, and we have to give this guy his props, is Antonio Gibson. 14 carries, 53 yards, and like Pete said in all caps, no fumbles. So that's solid. He averaged a little over 4 yards per carry, and 7 catches, 72 yards. Overall, 21 touches for 130 yards, so average, over 5 yards a touch, over 6 yards a touch, really. So he played really well, and I'm really, really excited, how Scott Turner was using him as a pass catcher. Some of them were running out of the, routes running out of the backfield, and some of them were just him running out of the slot or at the line of scrimmage, which they didn't do much last year. I'm interested to see if anyone has a stat out there, how many routes Antonio Gibson ran yesterday versus how many routes he ran the other days, or the other games, because it seems like he was running a lot more routes. And I think I saw a stat that he already in his first game this year had 26% of his total receiving yards last year, which is just insane. So it's not going to be like this every game, but I'm liking that they're using him more of a hybrid, and especially when Robinson comes back, you can do it even more, where maybe Gibson gets 10 carries a game, and Robinson gets like 15, but Gibson also gets 5+ catches a game as well. Same thing with McKissick. And yeah, I really, really like how Scott Turner used him today. Game ball to Scott Turner for how he used Gibson, Samuel, really everyone, except for maybe Terry. Could have, targeted him a little bit more, but that is not necessarily on Scott because, maybe Terry just wasn't open, and also, maybe Carson Wentz just didn't see it. So that's something to keep in mind. Next guy who gets a game ball, Curtis Samuel. And, he did fumble, but I think Curtis Samuel deserves, props for, he just missed all last year, and there's a lot of, doubt on him this offseason, myself included, in terms of not his ability, but his availability. And, that's still a question. We want to see him for more than one game. But he looked really good yesterday. He was juking people out of their shoes yesterday and just played really, really well. I want to look at the total stats right here. 8 catches, 55 yards, 1 touchdown, got targeted 11 times, also had 4 carries, 17 yards. Did have a fumble, though. That was a bad fumble. You cannot do that. That just cannot happen. Fumbles kill you. We had 3 turnovers in this game. Only forced 1, forced 2, I guess, with Derek Ford's first fumble, but we only, got 1 turnover basically. So you can't have that. But besides the fumble, he was outstanding. So many first downs to yesterday. Probably got like 5, 6, 7+ first downs in that game. Like, his longest catch was 13 yards, but he just had so many short catches where he turned it into like 5, 6, 7 yard gains for a first down. He was really, really elusive, juking people out of their shoes, making some spin moves, and, just looked good. He looked really good. He looked like the Curtis Samuel we thought we were getting last year before the injury. So hopefully that continues, because he was very, very, crucial to this win. So, those are kind of the 5 players that I thought deserve to kind of, get highlighted there. And then I talked about the other honorable mentions in terms of Wentz, and then Terry McLaurin, maybe Jonathan Allen as well. Logan Thomas had a lot of guys had solid games, for sure. And yeah, so that's it for today's video. Hope you guys did enjoy. If you did, hit that like button, subscribe if you guys are new. And the next couple days, we'll have some other videos. Might have a video tomorrow on the offense. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace.